Hello everyone, welcome back to AVLOKAN IAS. In this video, we will analyze the recent Gen Z protests in Nepal and its immediate triggers, deeper structural causes, how the movement has been unfolded, the state's response, who holds power now, and what it means for Nepal's political future as well as for the region. The protests were sparked when the government ordered foreign social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and X to register with authorities and blocked those that did not comply. For young Nepalis who rely on these platforms for livelihood, expression, and community, the decision was seen as an attack on their public square. Outrage quickly spread online and spilled into the streets, transforming a regulatory dispute into a nationwide political crisis. This action was not just about platforms, it reflected years of frustration. Nepal has a predominantly young population facing limited job opportunities and high outmigration. Stories of corruption, nepotism, and the lavish lifestyles of political elites had already gone viral online. The social media ban acted as a final straw, symbolizing how disconnected the political class had become from the concerns of ordinary citizens. The protests were remarkable in character. They were spontaneous, decentralized, and digitally coordinated. Influencers, students, and content creators used short videos, live streams, and encrypted messaging to mobilize rapidly. Within days, the protests spread across Kathmandu and other major towns, cutting across caste, class, and region. Demonstrations mixed cultural expression with political demands, anti corruption measures, accountability, and employment opportunities. The state responded with heavy force. Police deployed tear gas, water cannons, and batons. In several instances, rubber bullets and live rounds were shot, leading to hundreds injured and dozens killed, according to Nepal hospital records. Curfews were declared in Kathmandu. Soldiers were stationed around the government buildings and temporary internet shutdowns were imposed. Instead of calming the situation, this escalated anger and protesters gained further sympathy from wider society. Recognizing the danger, the government quickly reversed the ban and restored access to social media. But by then, the movement had broadened. Protesters were demanding not only platform freedom but also systematic reforms, actions against corruption, and an end to elite impunity. The restoration of platforms was therefore seen as a small concession and not a resolution. This pressure soon had a dramatic political consequences. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigned and President Ramchandra Paudel stepped in to manage the crisis. To restore credibility, the president appointed former Chief Justice Sushila Karki as interim Prime Minister, a symbolic move given her reputation for independence and integrity. Soon after, Parliament was dissolved and fresh elections were announced for March 2026. At present, authority rests with the President, the interim Prime Minister, and the security establishment, which played a visible role in stabilizing the situation. Importantly, Gen Z itself now holds significant informal power. No transition can move forward without addressing youth grievances. Their influence is visible in the interim government's early promises of independent investigations, anti corruption drives, and youth centric employment policies. The appointment of a former judge as a prime minister carries both symbolic value and constitutional controversy. While it satisfied protesters' demand for credibility, it raised questions about precedent and separation of powers. The legitimacy of the interim arrangement will therefore depend on impartial investigations, transparent processes, and successful preparation for elections. International responses have been cautious. India, China, and other regional partners called for stability while respecting Nepal's sovereignty. Human rights organizations demanded independent inquiries into the deaths. For Nepal's neighbors, stability in Kathmandu is crucial for cross border trade, migration, and regional connectivity. Why did these protests succeed so quickly? Three reasons stand out. First, demographics. Nepal's digitally connected youth form a large and mobilized cohort. Second, legitimacy. Viral exposures of elite misconduct created a powerful moral narrative. Third, limits of repression. Banning platforms that sustain daily life proved politically unsustainable. Moving forward, the interim government faces three urgent tasks. 1. Deliver justice through credible investigations of protest violence. 2. Address youth unemployment with visible programs in training, entrepreneurship, and job creation. 3. Strengthen institutions by reforming anti corruption bodies, procurement systems, and online regulation. Without such steps, the elections risk being overshadowed by further unrest. The broader is that Nepal's Gen Z is now a decisive political actor. Their mobilization combined digital fluency, cultural creativity, and deep frustration with governance. While they are not yet a formal political party, their ability to shape outcomes is clear. The March 2026 elections will test whether mainstream parties can adapt to this new reality or whether new political forces will emerge. In conclusion, Nepal's Gen Z protests began as resistance to a social media ban but revealed deeper discontent with corruption, unemployment, and governance failures. The movement brought down a prime minister, forced an interim arrangement, and placed youth demands at the center of national politics. The challenge now is to translate this upheaval into lasting reform through credible investigations, institutional strengthening, and economic opportunity. Whether Nepal succeeds will not only shape its own democratic future but also serves as a case study for youth movements worldwide. This is it from my side. Thank you for watching AVLOKAN IAS. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.